You know, everything we use, from the phone in your hand to the food on your plate, it all takes a journey, a really complex global journey through factories and ships and trucks. But what's the invisible force that turns all that potential chaos into a perfectly timed delivery? Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the amazing technology that makes it all happen: supply chain software.
It sounds like such a simple question, right? But for almost any business, it's probably the hardest one to answer. You get the notification, your order has shipped, but then what? There's this massive blind spot. Is it on a container shipped somewhere in the ocean? Is it sitting in a port? Is it stuck in customs? That uncertainty, it's not just frustrating, it's a huge risk to your whole operation.
For way too many companies, the reality of managing a supply chain really just boils down to these three words: disconnected, inefficient, in the dark. You're trying to juggle all these different systems that don't even talk to each other. You're relying on manual processes that are just begging for errors, and when something inevitably goes wrong, you're the last one to find out. So let's start trying to solve this puzzle. The modern supply chain is made up of countless moving pieces. You've got sourcing raw materials, managing inventory, orchestrating logistics, handling distribution. The list goes on. Every single piece is critical, and they all have to connect perfectly. The big challenge is, how on earth do you see the entire board at once?
Well, the answer is you build a kind of digital nervous system for your entire operation. And that's exactly what supply chain software is. It's not just some single app, it's a whole custom-built platform designed to manage and monitor the entire flow of goods, from the second those raw materials are sourced until the final product actually lands on your customer's doorstep.
So how does this actually work? How does it turn that chaos into control? Well, it's really built on three core ideas. First, you get centralized control. Everything is pulled into one single source of truth, so no more digging through a million spreadsheets and email chains. Second, it creates connected systems. This makes sure that everyone, from your factory floor to your delivery driver, is looking at the exact same real-time data. And finally, and this is the most critical piece, data-driven decisions. This completely replaces gut feelings and guesswork with actual, actionable intelligence.
Okay, so let's break down the mechanics here. What are the actual building blocks inside this software that give a business such a powerful edge?
Because let's be real, in any supply chain, disruptions are a constant. A storm might delay a container ship, a key supplier could have a shortage, a truck breaks down, you name it. For most businesses, this kicks off a frantic, reactive scramble. But what if you could stop just reacting and actually start anticipating?
This is the absolute core objective: to build an early warning system for your business. The software is constantly sifting through data to flag potential problems before they turn into full-blown crises. And that gives your leaders the crucial time they need to pivot, find alternatives, and make sure operations keep running smoothly. These systems are built from a few key services. You've got automation, which gets rid of all that repetitive manual work. You've got visibility, which is like a real-time GPS for every single component and product. Then there are inventory and logistics tools to make sure your stock levels are just right so you're not wasting anything. And the best part? It's all built using cloud and SaaS models, which means the system is flexible, it's scalable, and you can access it from anywhere. It's totally ready to grow with the business.
Look, this isn't just some theory. The scale of this is huge. We're talking over 2,500 of these custom systems being deployed. That just shows you this isn't some niche tool anymore. It's becoming a fundamental requirement for any business that really wants to compete in the global market.
But, and this is important, this technology is definitely not a one-size-fits-all kind of product. Its real power is in how adaptable it is. It's tailored to solve the very unique challenges that different industries face.
Let's take retail, for instance. The challenge there is immense, right? You're trying to predict customer demand across thousands of products and locations. This software uses sales data and trends to optimize inventory, making sure the right product is on the right shelf at the right time. Basically, it minimizes those super frustrating out-of-stock moments we all hate.
Now, in healthcare, the stakes are literally life and death. So for this industry, the software provides just meticulous tracking of critical supplies. It ensures super strict regulatory compliance for things like temperature-sensitive medicines, and it guarantees that life-saving equipment gets to hospitals with zero delay.
And in manufacturing, wow, it's like conducting a symphony with thousands of components. The software manages the entire sourcing process, making sure every single part, from a tiny microchip to a huge sheet of steel, arrives exactly when it's needed for just-in-time production. That prevents really costly delays on the assembly line.
And finally, For the logistics companies themselves, the people who are the backbone of this whole system, it's all about pure efficiency. This software gives them live, detailed tracking and uses AI to optimize routes in real time. We're talking about saving immense amounts of fuel, time, and money across entire fleets.
So we've seen the what and the how, but let's get to the most important question of all. What's the real business payoff? I mean, why are companies investing so much money in this technology?
At the end of the day, the payoff is truly transformative. It all comes down to a few key advantages. You get total visibility across your entire chain. You can use smart automation to free up your team. You proactively control risk instead of just reacting to it. You build a system that can scale as you grow. And you optimize costs by cutting out waste. It all leads to one thing: the ability to make smarter, data-backed decisions at every single level.
This really shows the fundamental shift. It's all about moving from a state of chaos, driven by guesswork, constant firefighting, and wasted resources, to a state of command. It's a future that's defined by total visibility, proactive control, and true operational excellence.
So this leaves us with one critical takeaway. In a world that is only getting faster and more unpredictable, a resilient, intelligent supply chain isn't just a competitive advantage anymore, it's absolutely essential for survival. So the question that every leader needs to be asking is my supply chain actually built for tomorrow?